Okay, just gone long 38.24, long 38.24, and it is Friday the 20th of May 2022, just gone 1:43 p.m. Chicago time, and just so you know, it's 4:43 a.m. Here in Australia. I had a couple of comments, people saying I was just whispering. It's just early for me, very early. Been up about 45 minutes just checking out what's going on, and reversed and gone long. It's been quite an exciting kind of couple of last night's session into today's session, and I was long into the close yesterday. Let me try and show you where that was. So the close of yesterday, in this activity, this little rally, I got in at 39.05, but I had a resting reverse order to stop and go short at 38.90, which was this number down here. And as soon as that failed this morning, I got taken out and reversed and went short. So I was asleep while that was happening, which is all good. And then when I got up at 4, trying to find where it would be on the chart, around here, added to that short position at 38.35 and a half, and then took profits at 24 and reversed and went long. So the call overnight, kind of at the close, was pretty bullish, although I needed it to go through 39.50, 52s I think was the number I was talking about on that video, to be convinced that we were breaking up into an uptrend. We never got there through the overnight or the day session, so I don't think so, at least. These highs up here got close. So why reverse and go long now? Let me just show you. It's not a particularly classic kind of setup. This is the 515 tick bar charts side by side. Yeah, we had a little bit of strength and we kind of came back and tested in. What we did not get into this sequence is exhaustion sell signals, and that's why the triple signal hasn't kind of gone off. But these are the kind of things I'm looking for all the time that are kind of key for my trading, is the blue professional bars on the higher time frame. And when we break the trailing pro-am stop, that for me is really significant. So we're kind of selling it down at this point. We continue down, have a little bit of a short covering rally. We get an exhaustion pattern, bearish divergence, we come over again, and then when we test down into those lows, those blue professional bars kind of come in. So we break into, try and do this, 1, 2, 3, there we go, so we're lined up. Break into an uptrend, and here we've got a lot of exhaustion patterns, kind of getting the move going, short covering rallies type stuff. That would be short covering rallies, then we come back down, and this is getting the move going. So Fridays tend to be rangy days, tend to have an upward bias. Don't think necessarily today's going to end up being an upward bias day, but I don't know. It's a little bit late for a reversal day, because usually they turn around 11 a.m. But something's happened kind of down here at this 38.20 level when we tested in, and so we're having a bit of a relief rally at the moment. So long at 24, let's see where she goes. Alright, we just got up to 44, I think I saw a 45 print, and this is starting to get interesting, breaking above this recent high, and all of a sudden people are maybe starting to freak a little. So what I'll do at some point is, once this pro-am trailing stop moves, I'll move that up. When we see kind of blue professional bars kind of come in, that's what typically that's what the algorithm does. As soon as we see blue professional bars, the trailing stops kind of moved up like this, and hopefully, whoa, here we go. Hopefully this has got some legs. I don't know where we might go today. Interesting. Let's see, this congestion zone might be an area of trouble, so kind of this previous trailing stop 64s into 50s now. Exhaustion buy pattern on the lowest time frame, but really what I'm interested in is where the blue professional bars on the 1500 kind of come in. Yeah, kind of. That was a little bit too quick and of an advance. So that area where the professionals kind of sold it down is kind of a little bit of trouble. Yeah, but if we punch through, that'll be good. We've seen no blue professional bars, so maybe they'll come in on this little retrace and this will tick up. Well, still holding. Let's see where this goes. So we've come off quite a bit. That was definitely a short covering rally here, generating our exhaustion patterns on low and intermediate time frames. We come back down from almost 50, I think, to 25, 26 down here at the lows. But anyway, so we've bounced a little bit off those lows, which is good, and we've got another sign of strength come in on the 1500 tip bar chart. That's a bouncing ball signal, and we need these white bars to turn into red bars that show we're changed into an uptrend. Interestingly, no blue professional bars in this whole sequence because the trailing stop hasn't budged, and that's what I'm interested in next. So as we kind of come back up to look at 50s, it's like, where does the blue professional bar kind of start to come in? So still holding, although that was a nasty little retrace almost to entry, but that's fine. As long as I've got the direction right, this will work out okay. So what is it, 217? So got less than an hour to run into the close. I don't know what that could do. Could force a little bit of closing out positions, certainly at close of the day and the end of the week. I know it's always difficult to figure out what the pros are going to do into the close. So just wait and see. Bearish divergence, we're coming off a little bit, but we've got to get back up through 50s. This has got to break back up. Okay, there we go. Broken back up into an uptrend on both time frames, giving this sign of strengths on the 500 and 1500, and that's because the trending system on beta sine wave has turned up with kind of broken resistances to make these bars turn into red. So up at 44s, kind of having a look at 50 again. 222 could get a little bit interesting. So what I want is blue professional bars, but they're clearly not taking profits yet, at least. So what I want to do is kind of move a stop up as soon as that kind of appears. But we're going to have a think about it there. So still holding. Alright, here we go. We had our blue professional bars come in. We got through 50s and a whole bunch come in with exhaustion bars. I've had to jump on that to get my stops in and just adjust them up as they just triggered, bang bang bang. So it was quite a lot of blue professional bars up there. On the 1500, no, none there. 5950, let's change it. Alright, out 59 even, so slippage on that exit. So not too unhappy with that. Reversed, got long 24 out at 50. So that's nice. It's like 26 points. I think it's going to go above this high though. So sometimes, you know, we'll just touch the stop. Yeah, the stop's been kind of triggered down a little bit. Yeah, so it did actually generate a triple signal. So that's fine. There's a little bit more in it there, and sometimes we'll bounce off that stop level and it'll continue higher, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen in this case. So it's fine. That's good. Interesting day, kind of reversed into the close. Where are we going on this though? No blue professional bars on the 1500. I'll be flat for the weekend because I don't know what's going to happen. It's interesting. Bitcoin seems to be leading the market in many ways. You can get a good sense of what's happening in the Bitcoin markets. The S&P is correlating quite strongly with that. And Bitcoin is still weak, so I don't know. Yeah, we're coming back up to 51s. Yeah. It's the thing with trailing stops. You always kind of get out on some weakness, and oftentimes there's a little bit more to be had. But also, other times it's the perfect place to be out. So, let's see. Not sure where this is going to close, but that was a good day's trading. Yeah, so literally 2 minutes later, we're up at 68s. So I think I misspoke. I was out at 50. I was out at 49 on that trailing stop break, and then immediately kind of punched higher. More blue professional bars come in, but there's none on the 1500 yet. So I'm up at 70. So there's another 20 points in that, which is just crazy. But I don't know. It's the end of the day. Don't want to make any mistakes, and the best way I find to do that is to shut down my trading platform, not my charting platform, my trading platform. Take orders, just shut it down so I don't have to get back into it, and then it stops you kind of being tempted anyway, which is easy to do as we're racing away. What does this mean? I think this means today was an important day. To have a look at my minute charts and see what the story's going to be there. At some point we will put in those blue professional bars on the way down, and today could have been the day. Let's just pull up the 15-minute chart. Yeah, so here we go on the 1500 blue professional bars. So yeah, you can trail your stop on the lower time frame chart is a way to manage that trade, or to use the blue professional bars on the 1500 tip bar chart, because they were getting in and that's them getting out. So there was easily another 20 points in it, which makes me mad. But 15-minute chart, no blue professional bars down here. We ended up with a flush pattern, and that was kind of weakness getting the move going. We're definitely trying to find some supports down here. We'll have a support on this time frame, resistance to support. That last one was a pullback to end of trend. So when this goes off, that'll be second cyclical turn after end of trend. So that's the end of trend one there. First cyclical turn, second cyclical turn. And the reason why that's important to me is the pullback to end of trend shows you the trending activity kind of getting exhausted, and then you put in a little bit of cyclical activity between resistance and support, where we're more measured between those kind of levels rather than being trending. It's just bouncing between levels, and after you have that kind of a bounce, it can lend itself to the next breakout. It can be the resting point, the congestion area from which the next trend kind of goes. But it's interesting, we didn't get exhaustion patterns down at the lows. We didn't get blue professional bars kind of come in here. But on that 1500 tip bar chart, there's those blue professional bars. Anyway, that's enough from me. Enjoy your weekend.